All right. Today we saw the Congress vote almost unanimously to forward the motion to release the Epstein files to Senate. Senate already had unanimous consent waiting and entered into record the second Congress finished. So there is no delay between Congress and Senate and the release of this, except the bullshit that was pre-planned by Mike Grinder himself. The beautiful part about this is we have the victims on the other side standing up and telling their stories, a new surgence of the stories firsthand. A lot of things coming out about everyone else involved. And then he's trying to grandstand, tries 4 or 5 other press events at the same exact time this is going on. You know, the whole flood the zone distraction method. All these people talking about how awesome he is and how much money's coming in and blah, 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 blah. So the Saudi prince is in the White House, you know, in honor of the 9/11 folks and the patriots in this country that have short-term memories and forget how much stuff Saudi did against America. A reporter asked Trump about the release of the Epstein files. He snapped at her, called her shh, piggy. Then the prince in the White House. Then Donnie Boy is knocking him out of the park one after another here. So the prince is in the White House. He's talking about the great relationship, how Saudi Arabia has always loved and respected the United States. How the Saudi Arabian government and the prince has always had a black cloud over his head, and thank you for the $1 trillion investment in the United States, without saying what exactly it's going for, what it is, and what exactly the U.S. is getting out of it. The last time something like this happened, this country that also aided and funded and everything, you know, terrorist groups that attacked America and all of our allies, you know, they got an Air Force base in Utah. Hey, could that be why Utah voted against the redistricting? Oh, did you hear about that? Yeah, the courts in Utah voted against Trump's redistricting, just so you know. Maybe that's why, because they were, you know, a Air Force base was given to, was it Qatar? Yeah, Qatar. You know, the place that gave him the $400 million jet that $1 billion of taxpayer money is going to be put into so he could fly it around, if according to the Constitution, for a year and a half before he goes to his library and has to be decommissioned for another whatever. Yeah, anyway. Oh, that's not important. What else happened today? Oh, yeah. It went right through Congress. It went right through Senate, unanimous consent. It's coming out. The victims are putting out their own thing. The Epstein estate is ready to put out everything they have. But the Trumple thin-skin and the DOJ and Pam Blondie are trying to actually launch a DOJ investigation against Democrats and Democrats only on Epstein Island, because Epstein file just in April was closed because there was no there was no crimes, there was nothing else to investigate or prosecute. That was said very specifically in a letter back in April. Remember the last time the Trump show was getting dangerously close to being exposed by the Epstein files coming out, and they needed more of a delay to try and see what they could do about making it disappear, and that failed because that, you know, Arizona woman had to get sworn in and force that 218th. And then you got Marjorie Taylor Greene and Nancy Mace and Lauren Bloberg. That definitely wasn't the way Trump planned. But the fact of the matter is it was inevitable. It's coming, and it's coming. It was inevitable we see everything implode around him, and that's exactly what it's doing. It's inevitable because a narcissist on a power trip that's out just to make money for a bunch of evil people keep blowing up everything in front of them that is against everything those red-hatted folks that was so behind him stood for and stand for. And he's doing it so loudly and so proudly, even the most uneducated among us are starting to feel it and see it. Because the biggest blue state pays for most of the benefits of the littlest red states. Truth hurts.